bad.
Yeah, it's cool.
Oh yeah, this is fine. This angle, it's better than I thought.
Okay, well.
Hey Chris.
Hey, how was everybody? How was everybody?
Get out of here. But now the old school is about
Can you opt out of the new one and keep
Not
this old
you
one?
mean the inputs design. That is a hilarious class.
No one gonna let
That's not really. That's funny.
Where is it?
Oh. Hey, Casey, can you guys clear a path for Ben to come in too, or somewhere,
Oh, yeah,
or from here?
that'd be good.
Maybe
Or
from this
you
side.
can come this side.
Oh yeah, from here. Oh, Ben, from this way. Ben.
Still getting set up right.
There's an opening this way.
We'll get T-Wood right back on the screen.
Am I?
There's a lot of people listening. They're just going to you. They're going to say something crazy.
They don't know what's going to come out of me.
That kind of sounded like you had diarrhea.
Oh, no.
You guys talk about how this fight is maybe particularly special because of the bond that you compare or that you share. And, you know, you guys fought together, and what one will mean to the other at a professional UFC level.
From my standpoint, you know, we pro debuted together way back when. So that was kind of dope to do that. Had a lot of fun, go out there and both have a business. From a professional level, there's been so many fights that Ben has helped me to prepare for. And this is my only time I've ever been able to help him for a fight. So I was kind of honored and kind of excited that I didn't play like the hugest role, but I can show him the little small things that I saw in the fight. And I always like to give a fighter their own ability to look fighter, because things that may have been alarming to me may not be alarming to him. So I just showed him some things that we saw, tendencies over and over again that he could probably exploit. And just to be able to do that is kind of dope. But to be honest, he's so different than I am. He's going to fight and going to watch me fight. I'm probably not going to watch him fight because I don't want to get too excited. I don't want to get my emotion out of the way. So I'm probably going to have to go back and watch his when I record the pay-per-view. But he'll be out there probably watching fights, laughing and joking. I'll probably be tucked off in the corner praying, reading, focusing, and kind of zoned in. So I think we've been a pretty good yin and yang since we've been in college.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think that, you know, we don't get too tied up emotionally in those fights, right? This causes bad performance. But I like that. It kind of like feels like getting back at the rhythm. I mean, for 2 years straight, it was he wrestled 165, I wrestled 174. He was up, then I was up. He was up, then I was up. You know, and so just our past preparation for this has been really nice to get to train together and do that. And then obviously this final week, spending a lot of time together, training together, it's going to be great.
It's almost like a wrestling league because Robbie and Usman are training together.
Are they
out
really?
of Florida? Yeah, at a Hard Knocks. So you guys are actually
Bad for them.
it's like a tag team.
I thought Robbie was somewhere else now. Are you sure?
Robbie's with Henry Hoof and Greg Jones.
switched
now.
over.
Yeah, I think he switched.
I spoke to him 2 days ago.
Okay, well, I'm wrong. You're right.
But it's kind of interesting.
That's
how
great.
that works
That's cool. Oh, thank you. Yeah, I mean, I don't know if they're training, like, actually with each other, right? Or if they're training in the same facility. Maybe you could correct me on that one. I don't know.
A little bit together.
They are. Okay, cool. We've been training together, and I think it's a perfect fit because obviously Usman's only hope is to take Tyron down and try to put that forward pressure on him, and Robbie's only chance is to hit me. And so Tyron, you know, when he's being Robbie and trying to stop me takedown to hit me, and when I'm being Usman, you know what I'm saying? Like, plays really well off each other. It makes perfect sense.
But the funny thing is, we're better versions of the
Yeah.
Because obviously, I've shown in the fight against Robbie, I didn't get hit one time. So, from prepping for him and learning his style, I can mimic that better than Usman is going to be able to try to mimic the wrestling. Because when it comes down to the wrestling, there's no way that you're going to compare Ben wrestling to do so. So I get to train with that. And as far as the striking standpoint, I think I'm more of a dynamic striker than Robbie. For a while, Robbie may have been the hardest hit. Him and Johnny and some other guys may have been going back and forth to be the hardest. But I think it's shown that when you have good technique and timing, and you see your shots before you get there, and then you know how to throw your whole life into the punch, I think I've secured that spot of the hardest hit. So if he can avoid and make me miss and stop punches, I think he's going to be able to do that against Robbie.
Is that Mark Banger Tyron?
No, it's not. Wrestling with somebody. It's gonna scratch a little bit.
Tyron, did you ever think that you'd be in the spot with Ben on the same card again in UFC now?
No, not really, to be honest, because it got to a point where I didn't ask Ben, Ben does his deal, but I just felt like Ben wanted to compete against the best guys he had the opportunity to be treated fairly, be paid well, and keep dominating. So I didn't know if he had to be in the UFC to actually facilitate those wants and needs. And when this thing happened, I think it hit everybody by surprise because who the hell would have thought a trade would have ever happened? I keep forgetting until they brought up the second one, and it was still a trade. So, no, but I think it's dope. I think it's dope for the sport. And, I'm excited for him to go out there and do what we already know. It's not like we're going to be surprised. It's not like this is our first time hearing him. He's been talking crap like this since college. And I just quit trying to calm him down because I recognize there's some art behind it. And, it's never taken away from his performance.
How about you, Ben? Are you surprised that your UFC debuted on the same card where Tyron's defending his title?
Like he said earlier, I've helped him get ready for so many fights, and so this, it almost feels kind of similar to that, right? And obviously, I'm preparing myself also, but so it feels really similar to those other times where I've helped him, and we're leading to that path where he's going to fight for the title again, and that's kind of what it feels like, and the fact that I'm fighting is a bonus also. And I guess Tyron kind of alluded to it earlier, like I don't get all worked up about competing or fighting. Like it's like I'm gonna be relaxed, be happy, and then and then I'll go out there and fight, and that's kind of all it is for me. So to me, this kind of feels like
the way that he's similar to Ben if you really get to know him. He's really free spirited. He thinks for himself, and he just want to train hard, fight well. I take fighting more serious because when I fight, there's so many things that are compounded up to fight. Like I think about all the people I got on payroll. I think about all the entertainment things that come because you're the champ. Let's be real. Will Wiz Khalifa want to be featured on a song with me if I'm not the champion? It's kind of dope to do a song with the champ. You know what I mean? So when I'm thinking about everything that being a champion, and how large my platform is, that's why everything is riding on that. These guys are like, okay, I'm gonna fight this dude and beat him. You know what I mean? And Max thinks the same way. So I went out to Hawaii to do Hawaii 5-0. Which I'm not just gonna be out there doing Hawaii 5-0. So I did Hawaii 5-0. I recorded like 4 or 5 new tracks in the studio out there. I hit Max and I said, hey, I need to get in the studio. He said, all right, I got my guy. Hit up this guy, went to the studio. I finished my album out there, the one I'm dropping March 4th, by the way, Chaos Theory. 2 days after I beat that, dropping the city. You gotta think about it. So I'm dropping the album 2 days later, so I needed to mix and master, and I wanted to have the album finished before I went into training camp. Because I don't like to, when I'm in fight camp, I'm in fight camp. And that's what a lot of people don't know. They see everything I'm doing. And when I film something, I didn't just film it that day it's coming out. It's been filmed maybe a year before, maybe 6 weeks, 8 weeks, whatever it is. But when I go in training camp, it's training camp. And I recorded five songs in Hawaii. I trained with Max Holly. Hey, we shot a dope piece. We got an original content piece. I can't tell the name of it yet. We haven't got a license. But we shot an original content piece with Max that gives you a better in-depth of what Max is and why he fights the way he is and what components make him the champion he is. Nothing that the UFC's been able to get out of him. No embedded, no countdown. We got deeper into Max, and it's going to make a couple people drop a tear or two because the dude is a beast and he's overcome a lot of stuff. And I just have so much respect for him. But training with Max is like what I would envision training with a super in shape, conditioned, technical Diaz. He never stops punching. He never stops moving. And one thing that he said to me that stuck out the most, I said, damn, you just fought, man. If you don't feel like coming to the gym, I'm not doing that. He said, no, I got to get to the gym. I got to help my brothers get ready. They got a fight coming up, and they help me. how many champions you see getting back in the gym, helping out their training. I think Yancey and Medeiros had a fight coming up, but he was back in the gym because he said, these guys helped me become a champion, so it's my duty to get back. So, and after that, I really kind of fucked with him on a way different level just because, he just hasn't been time.
So you brought something up there. You said all the trappings, all the other things that go along because you have this belt. And that's the exact reason people criticize you and say you fight safe, because you're just trying to protect this belt because you have so much other things leveraged on it.
No, I'm not. I don't fight safe. I mean, tell me a fight when you haven't seen me trying to take somebody out.
I didn't say I said.
No, when people say you fight safe because I don't fight stupid. What we've seen as a good fight is two guys beating each other up, going back and forth, blood pure from both guys. One guy looked like he knocked out. He found a way to come back. That person got out. At the end, they hugging each other in the bloodbath, and they was just talking shit to each other. That's what we think is a good fight. A good fight to me is be dominating rounds. Me hitting you, me not getting hit, me sniping you, me finishing you in a dominant fashion and walking away like it's another summer day. That's a good fight. But I've come to grips that what I've done in the octagon may be more appreciated when I'm done than it is now. I'm okay with that because I never really got into the game to be glorified and people worship me and kiss my Converse. But when you think about what I've done, the people I've competed, Dung Young Kim, one of the best judo guys in the game, Snipe. Damian Maya, Andre Gabal, two of the best grapplers that ever been recorded to the game, taken out. Wonder Boy, one of the craziest strikers that, maybe the most difficult training camp I've had is trying to figure that out. Fought him and had him win in a rematch. You don't always get a chance to do that. When you think about freestyle fighters like, Carlos, freestyle like Koscheck, not a coincidence that I can outstrike Paul, Aaron Teal, Tarek Safadine, or beat the up-and-coming fighter like Jordan or Kevin Gaston. I look at them and I put them all together. Oh, here go another young gun. Here go another striker. Here go another kickboxer. Here go another grappler. And we've written a book already. We go back in there, we tune up stuff, we do things better. When I say we, I think about this dope-ass team I got. I got Ben on the wrestling department. I got Eric Brown on the boxing. I got Duke Rufus. I got Dean Thomas. I don't know one fighter who has a better team than I have as far as like just masterminds that do this. Sometimes you got a striking coach that know everything. And he don't want you to do jiu-jitsu. We got a jiu-jitsu guy that you can knock this motherfucker out, but they try to make you take him down and go for a Google pull-out. Well, you got coaches that, really, I mean, how many times have you seen guys this fight?
Google pull-out.
Google pull-out or whatever you want to call it.
Do pull-out.
Or whatever you want to call it. But it's not often you get guys that are so good at what their egos evaporated and they work cohesively together to make a master. And that's what we've really done is, once we really sit back and look at what I've done in my career and see who I keep around me, I got a small circle, but everybody in their own lane is the best.
Tyron, you had some nice words to say about George St. Pierre and Ben Askren. You've obviously mentioned, as a competitor wanted to take on him. What was your reaction to him retiring last Thursday?
I didn't know he was. I thought he was retired. I mean, he hasn't fought since what? When did he fight Bisbee?
November 2017.
2017. So 2017, I figured if you haven't been injured or hurt, I would fight it. I think George has done what he needed to do in the sport. He didn't have to prove it. Of course, I want him to fight me because that's for me. That's for my legacy. For his legacy, he didn't need to fight Tyron. He already fought the Johnny injuries, the Koshecks, the Hardys, then Matt Hughes, the John Finches. He already did that. And come back in a division, which she may argue with me, the toughest division in the world. To come back and fight us now when we have the best nutrition, the best science, best strength and conditioning, everybody's trained with the best coaches. It's not the same era. He doesn't have to come back and prove that. He wants to come back and tap in on that pay-per-view model he helped build. And I can't knock him for that. Coming back and fighting Bisbee was smart. Bisbee wasn't known for having powerful hands, wasn't known for being a wrestler or a grappler. So what better fight? Khabib is not very well known for being a crazy, dynamic striker. He's a guy that's going to wrestle you, take you down. That probably doesn't put fear into George St. Pierre. But to get knocked around and get cussed and get hit and maybe not be able to get that shot when you go for it, maybe I'm not going to fight anymore. Maybe it doesn't draw the pay-per-view that Khabib coming off of the kind of McGregor fight would. So I don't knock him for that at all. He had a great run. Very few fighters. I think he may be the only UFC fighter I've seen walk away twice with the belt each time. You know, hats off to him. He had a great career. He set the foundation for us, and now you can go do something different.
How about you, Ben? About you be surprised to see that he retired?
Yeah, I feel the same way. Like he was kind of retired, and it's like I don't feel like he set a hard line in the sand. I felt like he left the door open. If something interesting in the future, he's gonna come back. So that's kind of
A big fight.
that's kind of where he was before he started. And I always tell him, hey, GSP, like Tyron hits pretty hard, but I don't hit that hard. So if you want to fight me instead of him, that's perfectly
He's
fine.
worried about that though. He said that. He's worried about
said it,
depression. You know, having dementia. You know, he talked to
Said
me
that when he
about.
left the first time.
Yeah.
He talked to me about, you know, Tyron, you know, I made a lot of money in the sport, and he said, you know, you'll see, man, when you get that belt and you become champion, things become different. You know, to kind of talk to me about, you know, how being a champion is and responsibility and, you know, sometimes the treatment. And it's just that he said people didn't like it, but I mastered hitting and not getting hit. He said, I want to be able to have kids down the road and, you know, not be shaking around and not be able to, you know, have my wits about me. So he kind of told me about that. Now, granted, I'm still trying to knock you out, but I'm a different fighter.
Tyrone, you've had a few exchanges with Usman, and you know, now he's saying that you're not focusing on this fight, you're playing with the camera, too many other things going around. What's your reaction when you hear a fighter saying that?
He's going to get his ass whooped on Saturday thinking that. You know, they said that the last fight, right? They said they told me I was old last time. Yeah, I was old last fight. The fight before that, it wasn't a good performance, even though I tore my labrum. And you know, they didn't use the statistics on how many takedowns I stopped and how he's taken down all his last 12 opponents and submitted many guys that, you know, like Matt Brown, freaking Koscheck, and all these guys that thought, hey, let me mix it up with Damian Maya on the back. You know, he says a lot of stuff, and sometimes when people talk too much, they're trying to reassure themselves. Hey, you ever heard me talk about it? I just wanted him to tell me how he's going to beat me. Because as I laid out before, Damian Kim was a judo master that can also train. I mean, you look at guys like Thompson. Thompson was knocking everything. Robert Whitaker fell victim to a lot of guys did. And he doesn't put that specialty in any category. Yes, he was a Division II NCAA champ. I'm not taking that away from him. Please do not act like that is a Division I NCAA champ. It's a different concept, it's a different mentality, and it's a different thing. So when I've competed against guys like Koscheck, who was a two-time NCAA Division I champion, that scored 0 takedowns, they had better striking. And I just wanted him to really tell me he was going to win the fight. He sounds so confident, and I know y'all want me to do the LL Cool J impersonation, but he sounds so cool, and when people are doing that, they're really nervous. Like I look at his tweet, and 18 days, 17 days, like I'm working. Like I'm planning my release party. I'm training. I'm, you know, getting my game right now. I don't have to talk about it because I've done it already. I've done it, and I'm not gonna stop doing it. And he just has not shown me that he provides the recipe or the cure to beating me that everybody else supposedly had.
So Ben, you know, other times people have come into the UFC and, you know, they fared well. Some haven't fared so well, but I do wonder if you consider, like, who's got more pressure on them, if you even factor in pressure, but Robbie, because he's got to beat this guy that just got here, or you, who has to come in, who has such long build-up for years and years and years, people clamoring to get you here, and now you're here, you better deliver.
I mean, I don't feel the pressure / I like the pressure. Like, you know, this is what I came for. This is what I enjoy. For him, I think Robbie's a made man. You know, I mean, he's always going to be a UFC champion. You can't steal that from him. And now if I, you know, and the hard part for me is if I beat him up, they'll say he's old and washed up. You know, and that's kind of the way they do it. And so, you know, I don't have to beat him. I have to continue, right? Or else people say, oh, he's just old and washed up. And Robbie's a really good fighter, whether he's 28 or he's 38, right? He had that down point in, I don't know, his early 30s. He had a much better mid-30s than he did early 30s. So no, I don't really buy into the pressure thing. I enjoy it. I'm here to compete. That's what I wanted to do, and that's why I'm here.
I don't know if you're an everything happens for a reason person, but what's your take on why, you know, why now? How come it didn't happen sooner? Or is there any frustration that it didn't happen sooner? How much did you care that it didn't happen sooner?
No, you can't. Everything happens for yeah. I don't think you can you know, you can all, my focus in life is I can only control what I can control, right? You say, I can control these things and I'm going to. These things I can't control, right? And there was a guy who didn't like me and I could control that. And that was the reason I didn't fight the better guys. And then later in my career, another 5 years later, the opportunity presented itself. I was retired, I was happy, I was doing exactly what I wanted to do in life. And I said, this opportunity is too good to pass up. I'm going to take it. And that, you know, like I said, I'm here to compete, that's it.
So you're not old enough to watch them.
I'm getting there. I'm not as old as Tyron is. No, I got a few good years left.
A lot of massages, a lot of chiropractic work, a lot of stretching. If you go out there and you lay on your sport, and you go out there and you punch and you bleed and you brawl and go back and forth, you really can't lose in that situation. You can get your ass whooped, you can get knocked out, but if you fought to a point where everybody's like, oh my God, he's so tough, not only with the fighters and the fans, but with the promotion, you kind of almost, you know, form yourself in a mold where, you know, they're going to keep.
He's an entertaining guy. We'll keep him on the
We saw with Jardine forever. We saw like so many fighters that had, you know, subpar 500 records that stayed around, and you have a guy that may lose one fight and he's out. And I just think that when you look at a sport, think about basketball. It don't matter if you wear a pimped out custom suit, talking more shit possible. If you can shoot a three, you can shoot a three. How many times you see Steph Curry talking about it? You get paid the big bucks based on how you deliver on the court. We're the only sport where if you do all these, like, think about Conor for instance. Conor, in his last few fights, he's beating Eddie Alvarez, right? Lost to Khabib, wasn't that great of a fight, I don't care what anybody say. I was sitting up at the desk and I was like,
we got beat them.
I'm like, yeah. They both look kind of like bad. They both look like old men that nurse home fighting each other. But then we glorifying this fight. There wasn't like this great strategic fight that looked like one person was keeping. Yeah, this is a person.
I don't think it has happened. We actually
haven't been favored since whatever fight I fought before Gastelum. I think from Gastelum until recently I've been underdog.
Speaking of what you said about making you care, then when you came into the UFC, you kind of talk trash to almost everyone in the division.
That was the last
well, one except for Tyron and Robbie Lawler, everyone else was kind of in
I didn't talk any shit to Marty either.
That's true. You didn't talk any shit to Marty.
Yeah.
Tomorrow.
So I like it.
The fact that you guys matched up with Lawler, he's almost like impervious to trash talk. It's like, like falls asleep at press conferences.
I didn't see Marty was on the card because he didn't have to stop shit.
That's right.
So Robbie was laughing for him. Yeah. He was actually laughing. I didn't even plan this, but I kind of felt bad for Bruce.
No, you didn't.
But we were kind of tag teaming him on accident. It wasn't even planned out. And when we left off the back, I promise you, he was stumping around like, you're not invited to my birthday party anymore. Like, he was literally like mad. He was like mad.
Man,
he was like
mad at life. You got his ass beat in the press conference.
He was like, I'm like, dude, you started.
Yeah.
What did he say to you before the press conference?
Listen, he was like an idiot. That was his camera guy, and they put that video out. I thought he was like an idiot. And listen, most people like I've read an MMA forum, it would be like 80% negative to me. And now it's changed a little bit in the last couple of months.
So
go 50. No, we're 50. The Marty thread, when he put that video up, it was like 99-1. Everyone's like, Marty looks like an idiot. Why is he posting this? It was his guy that posted that video, and he looked like a moron. You know, the thing is, I'm starting to think he's not very smart because on the one hand he says, I'm not mad that he's calling me Marty. But I've literally done nothing else. I said he's a good fighter. I said he's a good fighter. I said nothing else, and he's all pissed off. So what's he pissed off?
My OCD want to push down that red belt so bad. That's me driving me.
Well, what's he mad about? If he says, I don't care that you call me Marty. So listen, that was his name for many years. And he said, I don't care. What's he mad about that? One other thing I said to him.
Because Ben is not savvy sometimes with the urban language. Like Usman came up to him and was like, I'm going to need you to keep that same energy. He was like, he said, he was talking about all this energy and stuff. I said, I just want to fight him. That means that if you was talking shit on the internet, when you see me in person, keep that same energy. He said, oh, well, I just want to fight him in a cage. So when you call a brother that's trying to be so cool, dancing in the car and all that stuff, and you bring up the fact he was called Marty, you low key.
That's a good name.
But you kind of low key took his hood credit away.
Well, he said, I don't care. Why did he say, I don't care?
Because he does care.
Just say you care then.
He was trying to evaporate that Marty thing, and you brought it back out. Now he got to live with this Marty thing.
It's even his nickname on SureDog. You know, SureDog's a fairly official website. You go there, Kamaru Usman, it'll say Marty.
Well,
yeah.
Tactic changed in his name.
Is this the dynamic between you guys? You got to fill each other in on like,
What?
it's
I
like
mean,
it's like a
Tyrant,
urban thing that's all bad. Like, all right,
you know what though? The thing that I think,
Republican thing, you got to tell Tyrant.
I think I'm bringing Tyrant out here a little bit because the one thing I tell people, I tell Tyrant this and his friends, like Tyrant is like hilarious, but he never comes out like that in the media. Like he could have a whole team of people rolling for a college team. 30 minutes telling some dumbass story about God knows what. Stand-up comedy. He's really funny. It doesn't come out, so now it's coming. It's perfect.
I think sometimes I'm just thinking about fighting. Because Ben is more like the person that's gonna be laughing and joking, and like trying random moves. Like he'll be in the locker room like, I bet you I can tap you out with a cradle, like about to fight. Like you did that to Bader, right?
I did it, yeah.
So he's out there like, so they like bet that he couldn't tap him out, so he put him in the cradle and choke him out, and then he walked out there and defended his world title.
This is before the day of the fight.
No,
it was like an hour before the fight.
Yeah, this is like right before you walk out to the fight. Like they're like telling him, come on, let's go. Like hold on, let me choke him out real quick. All right, I'm the opposite. Like this is spiritual to me. I'm focusing. Tell this guy to quit talking, breathe in. They want me to shadow box. I'm like, no, you should have got that shit 10 minutes ago.
Yeah.
I got it like perfect. My underwear is set out. My hands are wrapped perfectly. So I'm the opposite. So when I think about fighting, I don't think about bringing that side of me out because I want to be humble. I want to be respectful. Then I want to beat the person, and then I'm supposed to be. But now it's just to the point where Marty kind of made me because he was just being. He was like, hey, you've been a good. I listened for as long as I could. And finally, I'm like, dude, stop. Like nobody believes this. You don't believe it. And it just kind of went back. It was like a college well session.
Yeah. But I mean, like you guys all missed it earlier. Tyron does this thing, and it's all the time, and you have to be on your toes, right? And he'll come up and say something stupid. And hey, you seen Bofa? And then you say, what do you get? What? And he goes, Bofa these nuts. And you're like, oh, damn it! Why did I fall for that?
I'm childish. That's probably why my podcast name is nuts. But
you got a whole list of them. I mean, you gotta be on your toes.
Low key, I might have to hit y'all.
Yes.
Then how's your feud with the UFC Twitter account?
I think I won.
I think some people would
that little carve out with the fro.
Yeah, they better take the L off my record because they put an L on my record because they said
you lost it because you lost to them. On the
that's what they allege. Yeah. No, it's good.
You don't agree with the judge's decision in that?
No, damn no way. Give me a break.
Sorry, will you be walking out to a new single on Saturday?
I'm glad you asked me that. All right, so I have a album called Chaos Theory. So it's a collab album. My artist T-Double. Together we make the art changes. So we got an album. It's ridiculous. We just bumping in the car on the way here. But I heard a song. We made a song for me that was supposed to be a walkout song. But when I heard it like Creed 3. I heard it Madden. I heard it all these different deals. So right now we pitched it. The soundtracks, we pitched it for video gaming, and we added the album late, so we just added it last minute, tucked it in. So we added it as a first track to the album, and that song will be dropped on Thursday. So I'm going to do a pre-order to the album. Obviously, I Beat Your Ass is already released, so that's a song that's on there. It'll be the full playlist, so you can see pre-order it, and we're going to drop a song called Fight. So it's when you hear it, if you're passionate about anything, it's going to make your hair on the back of your neck. It don't have to be about fighting. If it doesn't stand up on the back of your neck, you have Kool-Aid in your hands. I promise you. So we're going to drop this on this Thursday. It's called Fight. It's just crazy. So I'm gonna come out because I'm superstitious. I'm going to come out to my original walkout song that I came out to every single fight. And one time I listened to Dana. I came out to start from the bottom because we're here. I got that ass beat and I went back to the bottom. So I come out to the same song, so I'm going to splice it. So I'm going to come out to a portion of this and a portion of my original walkout song.
And then how did Team MMA do in Family Feud?
I cannot say, because I was told not to give out the results. It was just to let you know Chuck Liddell has been watching Family Feud since he was a kid. And he let us know that 25 times in the backstage. Any time where it was a team captain or somebody would go to the forefront, he said, I like to do it if you don't mind. So he was like, I've never seen Chuck like that. I've been around him quite a bit, but Chuck was not fucking around when it came to Family.
So, T, when a while back, did you get a 25 times clean tested T-shirt? So what's
Probably
the
55.
That's what I'm asking. What's the testing process been like?
To be honest, I think they got tired of testing me and coming back with cold
Because they
urine.
really want to catch it. And they
Well, I don't think they want to catch me. I think when you think about what's going on is that you have a lot of people that are always testing.
Right.
With me or DJ or certain people that it's almost like you actually testing. But there's a lot of people that pop up negative. So the sport didn't look so rampant in PEDs. You almost got to keep testing people that you think are going to test positive. I mean negative.
Right.
So I found out that this is not as random as we think. So I asked the guy, I was like, man, why are you coming like at this time? You know my number, just call me. I ain't running from you. He said, oh, well, they just told me to test it out. I said, oh, I thought it was random. He said, no, they always tell me when to test it. So I was like, what? This is random though. So it's not as random.
Right.
So it's not random. So I think they recognize that I've competed clean my entire career, and I have not been. There was one time I got tested like 8 times. I was just getting my results back from other tests, and it was right back in, and they're testing me again, and it was just crazy. This time I traveled so much. One time I actually forgot to change my stuff, so they were at my place to try to test me, and I was in Los Angeles, so I had to do this long, send them like itineraries, schedule changes. So I got that figured out. But they tested me Super Bowl weekend. The lady came to me, bless her soul, and said a few unchoice words to her. With respect, she came to test me at 12 a.m. on Super Bowl weekend, knowing the reason I was in Atlanta was probably for Super Bowl. And I had some appearances that I was supposed to be at. I had an event with Devontae Freeman and Meek Mills I was supposed to be at, an event with Ludacris and Snoop Dogg, and I was in the hotel waiting on her to come in 45 minutes of traffic to test me. So she tested me around 1 a.m. and I missed those events. So I asked her, I said, why can't you test me in the morning? Oh, let me call and ask them if I can test you in the morning. He said, no, I got to text you now. I said, well, how far are you? I'm like 45 minutes. I said, can I ask you another question? Why in the hell didn't you test me earlier today?
Right.
Oh, I had an event I had to go to.
Oh.
I said, I have an event I have to go to, but I'm missing money because I'm supposed to be there.
Yeah.
Well, I can meet you there. I said, no, you can't get in. You can't get in. So I had to wait there. She tested me at 1 a.m. and I was not happy.
Are there not limitations where they can't interrupt your sleep?
I don't know. But I took her name down, but then I felt that would be so petty. And then she was like trying to have a down. I said, man, I don't want to be real respectful of you now, but I'm not in a good mood.
Right.
I don't want to talk about like nothing outside of doing this year test and give myself a real to get to the
How much money did you guys?
About 10 grand. So you saw them, not happy.
Yeah, you got a t-shirt.
Yeah.
Oh my god, you got a t-shirt. Ben, you tweeted something a few days ago. I think it was about, you tweet a lot. It was about, I think I put that in Poirier, and you both made
Yeah.
it saying that the promoter.
I did Periscope even.
You did a Periscope?
Yeah.
You
didn't watch it?
Periscope?
I started doing it again.
I thought they just do it IG Live.
Well, no, it's Twitter. It's Twitter bought Periscope.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so when you go on Twitter and you press live, it's Periscope.
This is one of the things I bring up today to say.
Yeah, nobody calls it
From now on, just go ahead and just go live.
Hey, you can call it Twitter Live. What do you call it?
You need
It's
two
called
phones.
Periscope.
Go 2 phones and go live twice.
No, this is called Periscope. Okay.
Then you guys go live on Periscope.
Anyway, you said the promoter is not your friend. What did you mean by that?
That's self-explanatory. See, look at it. This is Periscope that I'm on. This is a live feature.
I used to do that. I remember back in the day.
Yeah, it's fine. You know, I love it
I also
because you
used
can
to
just
do
pop
Black
on.
Planet and Facebook and MySpace.
MySpace, shut up. We'll put it up here. So,
What's up, Paul?
I can't see my face. Anyways, we'll scoot this microphone back a little bit. That's yours, Karen. Don't be too upset.
All right.
Okay. So, anyways, it's pretty obvious that the promoter's not your friend. Karen knows that. I know that because we're both smart.
Why you
Some
bringing me
people-
into this?
He's not your
I've been
friend.
at the doghouse for 7 days and counting.
Well, listen, then somebody said, well, you're wrong, Poirier got the shot. That was just where Poirier had no leverage. He didn't, right?
He got one shot.
Well, he got the he got the interim shot. Because, hold on, let me break this down for you. Just let me break this down for you. It's because he freaking, because Tony Ferguson turned it down. And so my point was, Dustin, you have no leverage, right? You can't ask for more money. And even if someone did write you more money, everyone's going to see that as a loss for you because no one's going to see you getting more money. And then, you know, McGregor was in front of him if he wants to be. Ferguson's definitely in front of him, which Ferguson turned it down, which that one, why did he turn that down? I don't even know. He didn't say nothing.
He got stripped of an interim belt.
But he didn't explain
This is
that.
the funny thing to me.
Did he?
The interim belt is the biggest joke on earth.
They're doing two months.
It's a double.
236.
Ooh, a stat called a double interim belt. I'm not trying to hate.
Oh
I'm
my
trying to get my
goodness.
ass back in the doghouse.
Just stop it. You're in the doghouse.
I know. I would definitely pay to go watch and see that because they both a good fight. But when you think about it, you got a current out of all champion Max Holloway may be our favorite. If you ask all the champions who their favorite champion is, we might all say Max Holloway. He don't have to go up and fight for the interim belt unless he's fighting for an actual lightweight belt. It doesn't make sense to me. It doesn't make sense to him or whatever they work out. Maybe it makes sense. So for Dustin to get more money, Dustin would need to make more money for the organization. He would need to draw more. And I think his fight style is great. We love it. He's really, went on a streak against the fights. But at the end of the day, it's almost like Robbie. He's not going to do that much talking. He's kind of doing a little bit here and there, but that's the algorithm for making more money if you're going to do that. So my thing is, we're looking at Gastelum, Adesanya, interim belt. In that situation, I think is warranted because how long has Robert been out?
Well, that's not at all. Because the fight against Romero was Romero missed weight. So
How long has it been since Romero?
He did one fight in almost 2 years.
So over a year by the time he was
And the fight before that was July.
So I mean, I'm not.
But why did Ferguson turn it down? What's he doing?
I mean, a lot of times he do stuff. I'm like, what are you doing?
He thought, you see all those crazy tweets he does?
The dance.
He puts all the weird capitalizations in there and strange words.
I mean, he's a good fighter, and I think whatever it takes somebody to get to that level, let him do it. If he want to do something that I consider weird, which I do, I'll let him do it because he can fight. But I think that unless it's a situation, like in my situation, there was no need for an interim belt. I hadn't even been out 8 months. And I would have fought the person maybe the next month. So I think when you do an interim, just do an interim, it kind of takes away the juice of having a real belt. Like if it was me and I fought for an interim belt, I would not be walking around like I'm the champion. I'd be like, okay, that was cool. It's a milestone, but now I'm going after that real belt. I want to be the undisputed champion. And when you just got to fight for the interim strap, we'll put up interim belt I fight for. It's like saying, let me fight for second place. It's just kind of weird.
So Ferguson makes sense not taking the fight.
I mean, I don't know his reasons behind it.
Why did they have
he wants
to
to fight Khabib, and that's his only fight he wants to fight. Maybe he wants to fight, what do you call them, McNuggets. I mean, but those fights are on the table right now for him.
Well, why did he lose the title fight at 155? I mean, I think that's kind of what Tyron said too. It's still, it's like, why don't you let Max,
current champion?
or let Max defend his 45 belt? Or, I mean, there's probably other things to do that make a lot more sense than that. Who knows? Maybe everybody's saying no. I don't know.
I just want to follow you, Ben.
All right, I'm going to hang up on Periscope. You want to lie to him? This is Periscope.
Yeah.
Two more questions.
The promoter's not your friend thing. Do you think that's what Colby Covington has?
Oh, well, I mean,
Well, you really
now
don't
he's
bring
fucking
him in.
I can't go a whole interview without asking.
Colby's so
He's
dumb.
really gonna bring
We almost
Kobe
did.
in.
Contractually.
Kobe could have fought me this time. He could have fought me last time. So Kobe is not his own. He's walking around like he's the champion of some organization that he's not. He had a chance to fight me in September. He had a chance to fight me in January. He had a chance to fight me. What did we fight?
But Colby was too dumb. He thought the promoter was his friend. He thought, hey, this is my buddy. He's gonna do everything good for me. He's gonna take care of me.
I got dirt on tire and I'll tell you all this and boss this and that and this.
He was so dumb. And now he continues to look so dumb.
I'm still gonna beat him up.
You still want to?
I have to.
You think?
No.
It can't sort of go off into the ether like
I
it
think
never.
the world wants me to beat him up.
Yeah.
And I don't want somebody else to get a chance to do it. I think if we fight Tia, he's going to lose. I think if we fight Woodley, he's going to lose. If we fight Ben, he's going to lose. He's already eradicated and fought the guys.
But he said he may never fight again anyway. So.
He's so dumb. What other skills did no? Tell me to stop.
The
Stop.
world's
No.
going to be in
No, stop.
uproar if he never fights again.
Tell me what skills that he has in his life that he could go make money doing something else.
I mean, I don't know. He can donate to a sperm bank every day. Make $50.
Who wants that? Someone, Kieran's gonna check down and go, Kobe. Oh, hell no.
You know what?
Don't give me that.
Hey,
Take it back.
I'm about to get a puppy.
Take it back. Give me a refund.
I don't know, man.
Get a job in the White House.
Stop. They fired him in 3 days. He lasts long.
It's everybody else.
He's not the
It's like everybody else.
He's done. Colby's got no other skills. Give me a
So
break.
you would want to see me beat up on.
You want to see
I
it.
don't know.
You were trying to be a journalist and biased now. You were trying to be a. You were trying to be down the middle now.
How is there not a buddy cop movie?
Right.
I think there should be.
Yeah, what
Good call, Chris Costello, for saying to talk to
UFC
you.
Studios.
8 tracks and Afro.
But seriously,
Nice.
Colby's got no skills. He's got to fight. And to Tyron's point, if he doesn't fight, I don't think one person in the whole world will shed a tear. They'll be like, thank God the era was over. How did we ever even, and I think the UFC made it more than it was, because when you look at it, it doesn't have that many followers. There was never that much of a, we want to see Colby. There just wasn't there. It's fake.
And it was also the only reason why we let it happen is because Conor was gone, Garner was gone, John was gone, and it was kind of quiet. So he started barking at the perfect time. So we listened because like, fuck it. We know you're not really jumping off the rope and beating somebody, but we want to be entertained. Let's go ahead and do the show. He was very persistent. I think he low-key had a man crush on him. I was 90% of the social media.
All right, would you let Ben fight Kobe?
I would. I would want to witness that myself, if it came down
Yeah,
to
and I think that's the obvious next fight for Tyron. One, too. Who doesn't like easy money?
I love it. I ain't had no easy fight so long.
But there would be other people who would want to be challenging for the title also.
I mean, technically, Brent can watch
Yeah, I mean, it's still there. Yeah.
Still there.
I mean, if a person was going to fight for a title, right, we got a UFC fight Saturday. The winner of that fight, obviously, is going to want to defend. Who would be the next person to fight? You know what I mean? Kobe's, unfortunately, whether you like it or not, he's kind of next in line. He's in front of him. He's been in front of him twice. He was in front of Till. He didn't want to take the fight, so he took it. He was in front of Woodley. He didn't want to take the fight, so he took it. Like, these are times that he was supposed to fight. I've never in my life seen him fight. So he has decided for whatever reason not to fight us twice. So if he doesn't fight after this, then I'll move on. Then it's like, I might go run down to 85.
See, I'm so hungry.
Tyler, can you close?
You guys can't still read it. That week we've done the science.
Oh, no, and winter time makes it hard.
It does.
I hate fighting in winter time.
Yeah, it makes sense.
Especially when I got a whole nice little goddamn ensemble that we could have done.
Oh, yeah.
Get the picture.
They got it ready?